I'll tell you what, folks. I was going to do a quick video about the match of the day roster. That's the three people that have been chosen to replace Gary Lineker when Gary hangs up his Spurs at the end of the season. And the video took a whole different turn after Richard Keys has stuck his oar in today. Now, he's somebody I don't like, something of a worm. I don't like him at all. I really don't. I don't think there's many United fans that will, but I don't like him anyway. It was announced, I think it was yesterday or day before now, that is it Kelly Cates? I think she goes under the name Cates now. She's going under the name Dalglish because she's Kenny's daughter. Kelly Cates, Gabby Logan and Matt Chapman have been picked. The three of them, they're going to share presenting duties over the match of the day one, match of the day two. Now, for my money, it should have been Chapman all the way. He should have got the gig. I've got nothing against the other two. I like Logan a lot. I think she's really good at what she does. I'm not as familiar with Kate, but the more I've took an interest over the last few weeks within her, she's brilliant. She's also really good. But I felt Chapman should have got the gig. He'd done his apprenticeship on Match of the Day too. He's been there a long time. He's a steady hand. Ticks every box. All right. He's not a woman. He's not black. He's not gay. And he's certainly not trans. Or if he is, I don't know about it. I've never seen him with a skirt on. But you never know. But as for being steeped in football, being a great presenter, having no agenda, and being a pundit or a presenter that puts the show first and himself second, that's where for me he ticks every single box. But no, that wasn't enough for the Beeb. They had to bring others in, and namely two women, which is no problem if they're good. I've knocked some of these women commentators and presenters almost as much as your man Joey Barton does, although not in quite the same way. But unlike Joey, I'm happy to take my hat off to the good uns. And both of those ladies that have been picked for match day are good uns, Logan especially. But I thought Chapman should have got it. But that's by the by. That took a back seat today with what I've read about Keys. Keys has come out and he's letting us know that he got Dalglish's daughter a job with Sky. He's also letting us know that he got Teddy Yoreth's daughter, Gabby Logan, a job with Sky. I don't think he feels they're as grateful as they should be, and they're not giving him a pat on the back. We're getting the big job at Match of the Day. He's actually said he thinks Kate's is stupid going over there. He said there's nothing like presenting live football. A recorded show just isn't the same. And he thinks Match of the Day's on its knees and hasn't got long to go. Well, I would suggest the flagship show on the Beeb, the flagship sporting show, still has more exposure and coverage than anything on Sky or BT or TNT. Or beIN Sports for that matter, which is where he is at this moment in time, because he's been ostracised after the things that him and his big oppo Andy Gray got up to a few years ago now. I think it's just a sour grapes on his part because he comes across as that kind of person. But what I thought was strange was he's had a dig, or a couple of digs, at Gabby Logan. He said he got Gabby Logan a job, and for all he did, she's very difficult to work with, which I thought was a bit harsh. But then further down in the piece, he actually says, and I've spoken to other people who are working with her now, and that still seems to be the case. And I thought, all right, well, tell you what, there's nothing like having a friend like you, is there, Richard? You don't mind sticking the knife in at all. I think many would do the same with yourself. I don't think you're the nicest person in the world. All I can say with Gabby Logan is that I can only say what I see, as old Mr. Walker used to say. To me, she comes across as really professional, really good, and really on the money. Maybe she's bad to work with, I don't know. She doesn't come across that way. I've never worked with her. But maybe she's just got exacting standards and she wants things to be done right. Nothing wrong in that. But no, it just comes across as a sad, bitter, twisted old man, really. And if I was Rod Stewart, I'd probably call him a sad, bitter, twisted, fat. Couldn't call him bald man because he's not bald. He would mention his weight, Rod would. I can't because I've got a bit of a paunch on me as well. I can't say anything about that. But no, I just thought it was a bit disappointing to read it. But then again, most of what I read from Richard Keys nowadays is disappointing. It really, really is. Hairy. Rod would have called him hairy. He's a very hairy man. He would have said that about Richard Keys. No doubts about it. He'd have mentioned, he'd have mentioned the hair without a shadow of a doubt. Probably got a back like a, what's it? What are they? Gorilla. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I've never seen his back. Don't want to see his back. Well, when I see the back of him, I don't particularly like him on our screens. I've not got a lot of time for him at all. I'd much rather have Gabby Logan and these other two that are presenting Match at Day, to be honest with, and Richard Keys. And luckily for me, that's who I've got. I've got them three and not him. Still think they should have given it to Chapman, though. Still think they should have given it to Chapman. But anyway, that's it on this one from me. Do you like Richard Keys, folks? Do you like him or do you not? Let me know.